Welcome to the Daily Business and Finance Show. Unmasking the electric vehicle sector fears, HHS's bold marijuana move, Ether outshines Bitcoin in 2024 trade, Boeing's FAA hurdles continue with 737 MAX 9. Crude oil's unmoved stance amid Middle East airstrikes, Paramount's add challenges in 2024 according to Bank of America, crypto stocks downward spiral as Bitcoin retreats from peak and JBSSA's potential U.S. market entry, a global food giant's big move. Stay tuned after this short ad break to delve deeper into these captivating headlines. In the fourth quarter, there was a surge of 40% in electric vehicle sales. However, the industry is grappling with issues such as unsold inventory, disruptions in the supply chain, and decreased production forecasts from leading manufacturers. Hertz Global is offloading one-third of its electric vehicle fleet due to diminished demand and high maintenance costs. In contrast, Tesla continues to demonstrate resilience with potential growth drivers like the Dojo supercomputer and upcoming new model launches. Concurrently, Rivian Automotive maintains strong demand trends.
A document recently made public by Health and Human Services proposes a reclassification of marijuana to a Schedule III drug. This acknowledges its medicinal applications and comparatively lower risk in relation to other substances. The examination, spearheaded by the Assistant Secretary for Health at HHS, Rachel Levine, discovered compelling proof of cannabis's efficacy in managing pain and symptoms related to chemotherapy. This progression could potentially enhance the push from the cannabis industry for federal legalization and banking reforms.
After receiving the green light from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for the nation's inaugural Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, market participants are turning their attention to Ether, which ranks as the second most valuable cryptocurrency. Despite an initial spike in Bitcoin's value, it has since experienced a decline while Ether has seen a rise of 14.4%. Market chatter hints at a potential Ether ETF being next in line for SEC endorsement. BlackRock, a prominent asset management company, is among those aiming to register for an on-the-spot Ether ETF.
The United States Federal Aviation Administration, also known as the FAA, is persisting in its decision to keep Boeing's 737 MAX 9 jets grounded. This action comes as a result of the FAA demanding additional information from Boeing after an in-flight emergency occurred on an Alaska Airlines flight just last week. This decision by the FAA has resulted in a significant drop in Boeing's stock value, with a decrease of 13%. The grounding impacts approximately 171 aircraft and has been the cause for hundreds of flights being canceled by both United and Alaska Airlines.
Crude oil prices experienced an initial surge due to tensions in the Middle East and airstrikes in Yemen led by the U.S., but concluded lower last week. The anticipation of traders is that new production will satisfy demand growth, even considering OPEC Plus cuts. Although conflict has caused disruptions to some shipping routes, its overall effect on oil markets is insignificant unless tensions escalate further. In other news, Citi has reduced its Brent price predictions for 2024 and 2025 as a result of concerns about oversupply.
Bank of America continues to hold an underperform rating for Paramount, citing persistent advertising difficulties as the reason. The bank forecasts a 7% drop in Q4 revenue, amounting to $7.6 billion. This is due to a less than stellar box office performance and the residual effects of strikes by writers and actors. Even though there are expectations for an improvement in advertising, the outlook for 2024 remains uncertain. On a positive note, potential boosts in revenue could come from the Super Bowl and political ads during election year. Paramount is scheduled to announce its earnings on February 15, with predictions pointing towards break-even per share for Q4, which ended on December 31st.
In the past week, we've observed a downturn in financial stocks. Those most affected were crypto-related stocks and a particular insurer. Bitcoin mining companies Marathon Digital Holdings and Riot Platforms, as well as Coinbase Global, all faced substantial decreases. On the other hand, P&C insurer Kemper Corporation, digital banking service New Holdings, Brown & Brown, Kinsale Capital Group and AllianceBernstein Holdings surfaced as the leading profit makers. The Financial Select Sector SPDR ETF experienced a minor slip of 0.4%, paralleled by Bitcoin's 0.4% retreat from its 2-year peak.
Brazil's meat production company, JBSSA, is encountering obstacles in its objective to list shares in the United States due to regulatory and political issues. Even with resistance from senators, the firm is targeting a dual listing to enhance growth and returns for shareholders. Market analysts forecast potential for the stock, which has a market capitalization of approximately $11 billion, anticipating it will draw interest after its listing.
Thank you for tuning into the Daily Business and Finance Show. Stay informed, stay invested. Until next time, keep making those smart business moves. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. Goodbye for now, until we meet again tomorrow.
This content is sourced from the Seeking Alpha website, so support our podcast by becoming a Seeking Alpha Premium subscriber. See the show notes page for links to sign up. This episode is produced by Classic Studios. This podcast provides information only and should not be construed as financial or business advice. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.